Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the It's Fall About You collection from the brand KB Shimmer. These are releasing September 15th, so in the description box I will link the KB Shimmer site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. So we do have 9 polishes in this collection, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have the Perfect Match, and this is described as a sheer but buildable shimmering nail polish with a pale silvery white base with copper, red, glowing peachy orange, warm gold, and lime shimmer and holographic flakes. This has a really good formula. It is sheer here on this first coat, but it is definitely buildable. I got full coverage in 3 coats. I think I preferred this one at 2. I'm really loving just a hint of visible nail line, and the shimmer that's in here is so strong that it really distracts from the visible nail line, but I am still going to show you what 3 coats looks like today, just in case that is your preferred way of wearing this. This is going to dry pretty glossy on its own. A top coat will just give it that little oomph that it needs, and it will help protect your manicure and help it last to its fullest potential. So there are 3 coats. Nothing in this polish dries overly textured. It can dry with some texture if there's a larger holographic flake in the mix, but not a glitter texture, so you don't need any special top coat, and removal is easy. So there are 3 coats of the Perfect Match. Up next we have Core Values, and this is described as a deep jewel-toned red nail polish that has subtle morphs into deep red, maroon, and brick tones. This has a gold to pink shimmer. Formula on this was again excellent. I got full coverage in 2 coats. It's very nicely opaque here on this first coat, but the second coat really brings out that red base color, and it's so beautiful and so fall. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2. This one also dries relatively glossy on its own, not super plump and juicy though, so that top coat will help bring this manicure full circle and again, make it last as long as possible. Nothing in here is going to dry textured, so a normal top coat should suffice, and nothing in here will be difficult to remove. So there are 2 coats of Core Values. Up next we have Patch Things Up, and this is described as a boldly pumpkin colored red-orange polish with a gold shift and hints of red, pink, and lime shimmer. Sometimes these KB Shimmer descriptions, you have to kind of sift through them to get the key points, so that's why it's a little difficult for me to describe these. But to me, on this first coat, this one kind of reads like almost a coral pink, which also makes it perfect for summer. But on the second coat, for some magical unknown reason, it turns orange, and it's wildly stunning. I got full coverage in 2 coats. I don't see you needing a 3rd coat for this. I do recommend still that top coat, and removal is easy. So there are 2 coats of Patch Things Up. Up next we have I Can't Decider, and this one is a cider colored multi-chrome polish with hollow gold flakes. This one also has a coppery warm base with hints of yellow, gold, and lime, and then a near rust color at certain angles. This one is a little bit sheer here on this first coat, not terribly sheer. I was able to get full coverage still in just 2 coats, but again, that same magnificent KB Shimmer formula to work with. Again, some of these larger flakes can create just a hint of texture, so a top coat is going to rectify that, and again, it'll help your manicure last to its fullest potential as long as possible, if that's something that concerns you. Nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove like a glitter, so there are 2 coats of I Can't Decider. Up next we have Go Big Or Gourd Home, and this one is a shimmery pine green nail polish, and then it's got shifty shimmers that go from blue to green to pink to copper to orange and warm gold tones and lime and aqua. So this one is super beautiful. I think this base color is very fall, but this shimmer that's in here really says year-round to me. I could definitely see this in winter, fall, spring, and summer, so I think this is a super wearable and versatile nail polish. I got full coverage in 2 coats. Depending on how picky you are, you might want to go in for 3. You'll want some top coat again just to bring some life back to this polish, bring it full circle and make it nice and plump, but nothing dries textured and removal is easy. So there are 2 coats of Go Big or Gourd Home. So up next we have Ripped Apart, and this is a deep navy blue nail polish with reflective glitter. I don't know what it is. I don't hate reflective glitter, but it's never my favorite until a KB Shimmer collection comes around. She does reflective polishes so very well, and this one and the other reflective polish in this collection are my top picks of the entire thing. Everything in this collection is stunning, but these reflective glitters, they get me. I got full coverage here in 2 coats. You'll definitely want some top coat. This is going to dry with some extreme texture, almost like to a sandy finish. 2 coats of top coat or a glitter smoother, and removal is going to be extremely difficult. I recommend soaking with acetone and nail polish clips, or if you don't plan on wearing it for too long, a peel off base coat, because these ones are tricky. So there are 2 coats of Ripped Apart. Next up we have Ready to Throw Down, and this is a deep navy-based magnetic polish with twinkling hollow glow flakes. This one also has an amazing formula, very opaque here on this first coat. This is generally where I like my magnetics to be before I magnetize it, but since this is only the first coat, I am going to go in for a second coat before hitting it with the magnet. This one though, if you didn't want to magnetize it, is hands down a 1 coater. Here's our second coat, and that did cover completely in 2. You'll definitely want some top coat. It does dry on the dull-ish side of things, but nothing is going to dry textured, overly textured. Again, these are flakes, so some of them can be a little bit larger and create some texture, and nothing will be difficult to remove. But doesn't this look like a starry night sky? How beautiful. There are 2 coats of Ready to Throw Down. Up next we have Along for the Ride, and this is described as a deepened purple multi-chrome nail polish with hollow flakes. This is also very beautiful. This is super vampy on the nails, very opaque. I got full coverage in 2 coats, no running, pooling, or staining, no formula issues whatsoever. Just an easy manicure. I did do 2 coats to reach full coverage. It was almost there in 1, but I definitely had some spots that needed a kiss of color, and the difference between 1 and 2 coats is just wild. You'll want some top coat to bring some life back to this polish and help it last on your nails, but nothing is going to dry textured and removal will be easy. So there are 2 coats of Along for the Ride. And here we come to my other top pick of the collection. Here's Let the Beet Drop. This is a deep purple leaning beet colored reflective nail polish. I don't know how she does it, but these reflective polishes from KB Shimmer get me every time. This is nicely opaque here on this first coat. I did need 2 coats for full coverage per the usual of reflective glitters. I do recommend going in for as thin of a coat on the first coat as possible, and then on your second coat you can go a little bit thicker to kind of fill in those empty areas, and it'll give it more of a plumpened look. This is also going to dry to that sandy-like finish. I do recommend some serious top coat for this, and removal is difficult. So there are 2 coats of Let the Beet Drop. And here's a look at the entire collection. I love KB Shimmer. They just have such good polishes. Everything in here is nice and solid on its own. It's all just color preference. Like if you know you're not going to wear an orange polish, you probably wouldn't pick the orange up, but if you want an orange polish, you know this is going to be a solid polish. Her reflective polishes in here, I die. The magnetic is stunning. It looks like a starry night sky. The vampy purple, the oxblood, the shimmers, it's all just so beautiful, and collectively they look wonderful together. So I am stoked for this collection. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye.